Welcome everybody to another episode of the Sit Down Studio. I'm here with my boy, upcoming artist, DeShawn Richards.
One
Hey, so your music been taking off recently, that shit on an upward motion. So
Mm-hmm.
what the people want to know is, and what I want to know too, tell me a background story about how you got into, the music world. Shit. We all want to know the origin story of DeShawn Richards, man.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, it was nothing but music and movies. Um, I ain't really had shit growing up, so it was like my mama introduced me to a lot of like music, and my mama and uncle introduced me to a lot of movies and music.
Hmm.
I'm talking about classics, R&B's, rock, all type of shit. Fall Out Boy. Um, so it was like, so I used to move a lot. I'm talking about like all the time due to like being the hood, the whole neighborhood getting teared down. That's where 1818 comes from. That's from my old hood when I was growing up. That was my door number. Um, and they tore it down because it was highly with violence and filled with roaches. It was gross. Um, so I used to move a lot, and every time I'd be the new kid in the block, I would go around, walk around, and, like make songs in my fucking head,
Hmm.
and then I like record them off a little recorder, and I show them to my auntie, and then she would like, yeah, it's I don't know, music been in the blood since forever.
Hmm. Where did you grow up at, bro? Like
I went from I was born in Marietta.
mhm.
I moved to Atlanta with my on my daddy's side for a little bit. Went back to Marietta, then went to Windy Hill. Short. I was raised all around North Georgia to Atlanta.
Mhm. See, I transferred a lot throughout, like, high school, middle school and shit, because, you know, I was on that KD shit, because I hoop, but I was always trying to, go with the winning team,
Yeah,
which is crazy, thinking about it, because why is a high school athlete and ring chasing for a state title? That's when you're supposed to be, developing and shit.
yeah.
But, so when you talk about moving and stuff back and forth, I could understand like how like I guess you could even say stressful and like
Yeah,
like maybe
it was. I
frustrating.
mean, it was stressful. I was young.
Hmm.
I was young, so I really didn't even notice the shit. Like, um, I was young, so I didn't even really notice it. Like, I I just knew it was like, oh, it's time to fuck. That was my head. Like, I thought this shit was just normal.
Yeah. So I lived in Cali damn near my whole life, right? And when I transferred schools, I still lived in the same house. But
Hmm.
it was 2021. We moved over from California to Arizona. And bro,
Yeah,
packing, dude, like that shit was frustrating because you gotta put everything in all these boxes. You gotta move everything from one place to another. I think we did maybe like
hmm
5 trips back and forth. So, like I said, I could only imagine, doing that a lot, multiple times, not just one time, but multiple times, throughout like your childhood because you just you don't get to be
man.
complacent.
It was. Yeah, it was to the point where I made like a best friend, and then bye bye to that, and then, like that's how
Mhm.
it was. Yeah, it sucked, but it was like that's life. What can I do? I was young. I was so
Right.
um yeah. And then there was the big point where I stayed in my auntie's basement for
Hmm.
like from fifth grade all the way to graduation of high school.
Damn.
Um and which was cool, but you couldn't claim it your house because it was my auntie house.
Mhm.
Um but it was still I'm glad she took us in. So it was what's up.
But would you say that, all that development, like growing up, did that have a
Mhm.
factor, like, on the grind, like, with making music, like, working harder and shit like that? Was I guess you could say music your first like love, your first
Yeah.
like you're like, okay, you know how some people want to become a fucking astronaut, some people, want to hoop, some people want to be a
Yeah.
doctor. Was music your your first like ideal choice of like, your
No,
career path?
no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Because it's so crazy because
Mm,
I didn't. I'm so all those events of me moving. I didn't think to myself like all those events of me moving kind of led me to think like to go into music because um since I when I moved in with my auntie and I got into middle school,
right.
um I used to be that kid that would rap in the lunchroom and they'll be like, oh shit, this fast. Like this nigga fire. Like it'll be, back in the day, I mean, if you rap fast, you can rap. Like,
Right.
it was that type of bullshit. Um, so they be like, damn. So then like around eighth grade, me and some homeboys made a group and we like bought a studio and I bought a studio, we bought a mic and we like recorded in a mama garage and we just had fun. Um and that's when I realized, because at first growing up, I used to be like, man, I'm gonna be a firefighter or some bullshit because I
Okay.
didn't know what to do as I go to grow up. Like literally, I didn't know. Like, yes, I did music. Music been in my blood, but I didn't think it was easy to make. Like, I thought it was like hard to get into that life. Um, when no, it's really not. But I do remember one time I asked my uncle. My uncle asked me what I want to be when I grow up, and I said a rapper just to be funny. And I was like 12 years old. This nigga is like, you too ugly to be a rapper. And I was like, yay. um, but until I proved him wrong, he was like, yeah, you can rap. Um, but then again, it was always rapping. I liked the singing. I liked the melodies. It was never like I love melodies more than rapping. I can rap like a mother, but I can sing like a motherfucker. Well, I think I can. Um, um,
You being
yeah,
hard,
like
but
no
that's
so
crazy. My fault. My fault. That was crazy. That kind of came
what?
out crazy because I said you, but I just need
No,
I need to get my
no, no,
body right, man. But nah, like when
no,
you
no,
said
it's straight. No, I see what you're talking about. No, 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 no. Yeah, I be in the shower with it. I be lit as fuck with it. I do. Um, yeah, no, I would just be like, yeah, singing is beautiful to me because you could do so much with it. Um, and I think we lack that in like the music industry. Well, I ain't say no. I mean like in the underground sound because
mm,
everybody want to be crazy and shit. And I'm crazy. I'm chaotic with my music, but I like to add melodies to it. And I think we double down on falsettos, and I do that a lot in my music. Um, and that's how it kind of like pushed claim your mind because like I like falsetto. I love doing falsettos. It's like it's so beautiful to me. Um, so yeah, that's it's perfect with me. But yeah, no, going to moving around developed me to like knowing that music can be serious because them homeboys showing me that nah, buy a mic, record, you can do some shit with it. Even knowing the shit what we
right.
made was ass as fuck, but it was just like the time was just beautiful.
No, yeah, but when you said, when you're talking about childhood, I'm already thinking because those kids like you probably seen like little TikTok videos and shit, or like Vaughn was a thing. People would be smacking the table, making the beat, and you just start freestyling over that bit. That's like
Yeah,
you telling me like about the story about your coming up, like how you got into music and shit. That's what I think of, bro. Did you ever,
that's how it is.
you was a lunch table rapper?
Yeah, I was like the roast, and I'd be the nigga rap. So, because I wasn't good at roasting because I was always the fat kid growing up.
Damn,
When I
bro.
was big, I was because I was fatter back in the day. Um, so I never like to roast nobody because like, damn, I'm easy target. So I would minus that. I would like minus that by just rapping. So they'll be like, okay, he's a kid that can rap though. Fat nigga can rap. So be like, yeah, that was yeah, I was a kid at lunch table that can rap like a motherfucker.
Hey, did they call you the real T Grizzly? No, I'm just fucking playing.
I had dreads at the time. I don't know what the I think I was bald. Oh no, I had waves. I was one of
Mm,
them that had waves, and now they started rocking waves.
shit. No, yeah. No, every time, I see a big motherfucker be rapping this shit, and they African American, they be comparing that to fucking, T Grizzly, Big X the
T
Plug,
Grizzly. Mhm. I ain't that big.
Broadway when he fell through the stage.
I'm only 215. I ain't that big. Hell nah. I'm solid as fuck. I
Hey,
ain't gonna
hey,
I got loose fat on me now ever since I lost weight, man. Yeah,
yeah.
cause
Oh yeah, but did you ever see the video of when Rod Wave fell through the stage?
that's why I had to lose weight because I ain't want to end up like that nigga. That's it, but hell yeah.
But
Hell
he out
yeah.
there performing, and he just boom, earthquake. No, I was playing.
Shout out Rod, but nah.
Nah, bro. I'm out here, cracking
Mhm.
my jokes and shit, but
Yeah, nah, you
they
good.
are good artists, man. It's all love
Yeah.
at the end of the day. I gotta crack my jokes in.
Yeah,
But
he yeah.
but nah, dude, like, is there like I guess you could say an artist or somebody that you listen to growing up that maybe inspired your flow? Because you have a pretty unique flow. Like when you because like I listen to your music, but
Yeah, I really can't tell you. I really can't tell you that. Like, I really like because my whole thing is not sound like the other.
yeah,
Um, I don't like so my favorite thing. I mean, like growing up, it was always Travis Porter and Roscoe Dash and shit. Hell
right.
yeah. But nah, like as in like only person I can say that made me like love music hard as a
Mhm.
kid growing up is Eminem. Like I used to have
Right.
Eminem albums. My mom would take my way if I get in trouble in school. Uh, But like, nah, I mean, but as in like, but in personality wise, Kurt Cobain, I
Mhm.
love his personality. Michael Jackson, of course, who doesn't?
Right.
But there's as in like influence me on my flow. Nah, I can't really. I try my best to not sound like the other person. And
Yeah.
I think you could probably say I remind of Cardi, but Cardi don't really sing like I do. I don't know. I don't
Right.
know. Who the most be quick to say Cardi, but that's the everybody compares everybody to Cardi. If you're in the underground, if you're in the underground, you're a Cardi clone. I ain't shit like
Right.
that, bro. But um, but no, I love Cardi to death. But no, I try to sound nothing like these. I do. I don't know. I put the gangster with the R&B. I don't know. I
Right.
just do with the that DeShawn Richards. I'm like I want mother like no, that's DeShawn Richards sound.
Yeah.
So I can't really say that somebody inspired me to make the sound I make.
Yeah. I mean, I hope, to people listening and to you especially, I hope that question didn't, I guess, come off disrespectful because see, like I said, I hoop and see, I don't know too much about like, the music world and shit. But like for
Yeah,
hoopers,
yeah,
like shit, I was watching that Kobe, that AI growing up, that KD, Braun and shit,
yeah,
right? But
yeah.
so like, I would see shit that they would do on TV and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta add this shit to my bag, you feel me? And
Yeah,
even to this day, like I still do that. So like,
yeah,
I didn't know if like artists like it was the same way. Like, that's why I asked. Like I wasn't trying
yeah.
to
No, no. I mean, some people,
Mhm.
inspiration is always a thing, and it's all
Yeah,
influence is always a thing. And that's not wrong with that. Literally, one of my fans just told me like, did she come off wrong? It's like trying to compare me to like Juice WRLD coaches or something like that. And I was
right.
like, no, 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 hell no. I love those guys. Those dudes are awesome. Um, no, nothing's wrong with that because even if you do like compare or something like that, it's still cool because like at least you know those guys are good.
Yeah.
Um, Instead of getting compared to like somebody that's like Ice JJ Fish or some shit like that. Um,
I don't even know who that is.
uh, there's there's something about girl that
Oh, that
motherfucker.
dude.
Yeah. It's just like yeah, you rather get compared to damn them like that nigga. But no, I mean like no, it's nothing wrong with that. I mean because when you want to like detail somebody's music, you always want the first thing that come to mind, like, okay, who this person sounds like. Even if it doesn't, you want to try
Yeah.
to be the best ways possible. Like even if I hear new upcoming artist, I'd be like, he sounds like somebody, but I don't know. Maybe his influence is this, but no, I can't really give you my take on like who my inspiration is. Other than like Michael Jackson because I love that motherfucker.
Hmm.
And the dream. I love the dream. Sorry, that motherfucker taught me my process. Yeah.
Right. No, yeah. I forgot, what his name was, but bro caught the stray for no reason.
Cool.
The dude, he was like, I don't want to be compared to that mother compared to Zeus.
Nah, I ain't saying Identity is awesome. But I think a Christian boy now, but it's like
Yeah.
he nah he that, but I don't know if he was I don't know. You just don't want to be compared to him because I don't think he was very serious, but he was he cool as fuck. Go, that's one of the ghosts, man. Just
Fucking,
like how motherfuckers love Lil B the Bass God, 'cause I love Lil B the Bass God. If
yeah.
you know who that is, that's a legend right there.
Right, right.
I do say I be inspired by him.
Mhm.
Um, he just don't give a fuck. Just don't care a fuck. I love that. I love don't give a fuck. That's why I love Kurt Cobain because he didn't give a fuck.
Right.
Even knowing what he did, it's still like he didn't give a damn. Um,
No, yeah. Nah, dude, like, what was I gonna say? Um, I want to know the background story. Like, I want you to get more into depth about 1818, bro. Like, Atmosphere Volume 3. Cause the first song I heard from that shit,
it's
it was what was it? Clay, what was it? Clay
playing
Me
mine.
Mine. Yeah, I
Yeah.
seen that shit all over TikTok. I seen that shit all over IG. And bro, like,
Hmm.
like I was telling you before, man. Like, and I'm gonna, repeat myself, for the people, for our audience here. I heard that shit
Yeah.
on a fucking post. And I was like, wait, this jump hard. So then I grabbed my phone, that little Shazam button, that come on your phone.
Yeah.
I Shazam the song. I was like, wait, this is a real song. I go to Apple Music, play that jump about like 10, 15 times. I'm like, oh shit, this kind of hard. No Diddy. And
Yeah.
then I went to the other album, like, well, not the other album, that album, like to see the other songs and shit, bro.
Yeah. Volume 3.
And dude, that shit was catchy as bro. There ain't no misses on it, bro. What was that other song? Have fun with me. I think that's the first one.
Yeah, have
The
fun with me.
EP,
The
bro.
intro.
Fuck,
Have fun with me.
bro. I was,
That's my shit.
I was vibing to that. You feel me? All that whole joke, that shit was a vibe, bro. Tell me about that.
Um, well, the whole 1818 atmosphere was the whole volume 1, 2, and 3 was uh experience.
Right,
It's just it was just me trying to like so 1818 comes from the door number of where I like got like most scarred from as a kid. Seen a
right.
lot. It was the neighborhood was called Hickory Lake.
Hmm.
Uh and seen a lot of shit got raided, roaches, a lot of like violence, abuse. I've seen shit I can't even mention on here.
Right, right,
Um, but it's just it made me like kind of like know like how life can get so fucked up. So with the whole reason why I made it like that, like the whole series be that name is because even knowing that life is like fucked up with these projects, I want you to take away from that bullshit. So 1818 is always just my like that's my blood. Like just because it made me to the man I am now. Um, so I made like a whole puzzle when it came to dropping them mother. So what I mean by that is like, so the first volume came out September 18th,
right,
and the second volume came out October 18th. The last volume came out December 18th. Um, and what I did with all those EPs was I made each one have 6 songs. So 6 plus 6 plus 6. Do the math.
right.
And yeah, so everything was 18 because it was just, like that's what it is, 18 for life. So I wanted my to guy just have fun. So the first volume was about like me and women problems. Second volume was about just my like girl and me having fun. And then the third volume was about me having like my drug problems. And Claim Your Mind was like the only like filler. It was like a filler in that album where I wasn't talking about drugs. I was just talking about shit. Um, like shit that mother relate to.
Right.
But that's all it was. Like half of me, it was just me being me and with that crazy ass fucking cover art. Um, and there was it was just me just having like crazy the three was just wild as fuck. When it was just I had to put Clang Mine on there for a breather because every song was just like what the um. So Clang Mine was like yeah it was just I don't know 18 atmosphere was just something that I just can't
Hmm. No, yeah, that shit,
let go. I can't let go of that shit. That's my baby, but
that
that
shit,
will never drop another one though.
that shit was a masterpiece, man. Like, fuck, you know, I really hope, you're on a good trajectory, right? But I
Mhm.
hope, when more people discover you, I hope they tap in with that because that shit was beautiful, bro. Make a grown man want to tear up. Shit, but
Let's see.
no, like, tell me a little bit about like some story times. Maybe you have one that you want to share about your journey. Any cosigns? I think that's what it's called. Anything like that.
I've had a cosign with I got co-signed by DC the Don.
Right, right, right.
Uh he DM me. He just told me my shit was fine and asked where I was from. Shout out DC, that shit was dope. It kept me like pushing because now it's like damn motherfucker you be watching me. Uh and it's yeah, it was a great ass feeling. I was literally on the way to the gym and I like looked at my phone while driving and I seen that shit. I'm like, oh shit, what the
People,
fuck?
don't look at your phone while driving. Stay off your phone.
Yeah, because you don't know what kind of message you'll get while driving, so don't do
Right,
that shit. So I seen that shit and I was like, my little brother was in the passenger seat and I said, "Am I looking at this right?" And he was like, "DC or none?" And I was like, "That's a goddamn fake or something." Yeah, that was the real deal. That was him. And I was like, "Oh shit, man, that's crazy." Because like I don't really, bro, growing up, I ain't really seen a lot of famous people. And then the thing is, I never went to a lot of concerts.
right.
Um, only went to one concert in my life, and only because I was forced to go, literally. And because
Dang.
the whole my oath was, only concert I want to go to is mine. Um, then I go to other people's concerts. I just wanted because I the first concert I went to was a Ski Mask Soul God concert, and that was like 2 years ago. Um, then my girl sister dragged me to go, and we went. And the whole time, yeah, like I said, I love ski mask. But the whole time I'm just watching because and I'm just thinking to myself, like, soon that'll be me. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like
Yeah.
motivation. So like, I was like hype. I really wasn't hype. I was literally just like this, watching that shit because I just I'm like examining, this is my first time seeing it like Nick live.
Mhm.
Um, so it just had me like, damn, like soon that would be me. Um, so yeah, that's the closest thing I ever got to like live and shit. But yeah, DC Dawn is one of the first co-signed me. And I guess better from there, I guess.
Like I said, I really want to see you, blow up, keep going up.
Mhm.
Everything look good right now. And I know you could do it. I believe in you, man. Like, see, I'm an honest individual. I'm an honest man at the end of the day. I'm not gonna lie to you. You see, you feel me? Like, especially not
Yeah.
like, in front of I don't know how many views or how many people gonna see this. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you in front of everybody. I want to see you succeed, man. And shit, mainstream shit like that. Be one of the big names for people talking about 5, 10 years from now. One of the goats. Shit, but as you're on your journey, do you have any words of advice to people with music ambitions? Because I know people. They try to make music and sometimes they'll get roasted, for it. Like, being the SoundCloud rapper, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm guilty of that shit, because like, growing up, I would crack my joke, if you feel me? Because if that shit was buzz, bro, I was roasting them up. But I mean, shit, bro, like you don't get as I got older, I realized that low key in a way, I was wrong because you don't get better at something overnight. You gotta keep trying and trying and trying. So like, do you have any words of advice or
No, no, look, hey. Yeah, because look, I've don't get me wrong, I've had a lady told me to not quit my day job. So
Right.
that was back in the day. But that was like that was like 2021, 2020. Yeah, 2021. So I was still growing, developing, learning my sound and shit.
Right.
But I'm telling you, don't man, I know this shit sound corny, but just don't give up. Don't and be consistent. Please be consistent. Like literally, if you gotta drop 4 videos a day, you don't know which one gonna drop. The algorithm is a weird ass thing. The only thing that's more confusing than your girl is a algorithm. I'm sorry. Sorry, the algorithm
They
is
ain't gonna like
confusing
that
as
one.
fuck. Just saying, anything more confusing than your girl, your wife, is an algorithm. They know how women can be, and I love my girl confusing. But
Right.
the algorithm, now that's a confusing thing. That you don't know what it's literally rolling the dice. You drop a video, you don't know if you're gonna get a 8, you don't know if you're gonna get a 6, 5, but one maybe one day you'll get a 7, and that will happen with me. So
Right.
it's literally just rolling the dice. Um, um, But no, it's just you just gotta be consistent. Please don't give up. If somebody think your shit trash, bro, you got I'm not finna say names, but you got niggas where you can barely hear the music, and if they're up, they're bigger than me. So hey, for now, so it's like, hey, don't give up. Please
I,
don't.
I hear fucking vibing to a melody. Damn near you can't hear him. You just listen to a fucking
You
instrumental
can't
at
hear
that
shit,
point.
but that's what it is. We that's them trained ears, man. That's all it is.
No, yeah. Like I remember, I be hearing some because I have some friends that make music too, and when they first started up, you couldn't hear shit they were saying. You fucking the beat over there. Damn near you could start fucking freestyling over the beat that they was rapping on, bro. Like, but shit, people like what they like, I guess, right? But
Yeah, everything's subjective. Movies, music, anything subjective. So. Like me. I never forget it. I got a hate comment for claiming mine.
damn,
An older white man literally messaged a comment, and it was like somebody really paid to go in the studio and make this horrible song. And knowing me, I replied back and was like, I would try harder next time. My bad. Um, I'm not here to hate. I don't, music is subjective. There's some people, I mean, there's some songs I don't like. So I'm not one of those people that'll be like, go on somebody comments and be like, I don't go on nobody comments and be like, trash, not shit. Hell no. If it's not my thing, it's not my thing. It's the fuck. But would do that shit. I mean, hey, and I'm sure when shit get more crazy and more bigger, there's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers hate me. And that's you. Even Jesus got haters. You think you're not gonna have haters? Um,
and
so
that's
you
the
just
greatest
gotta.
man to ever walk this planet, the universe.
So
Like, yeah, I get you.
even Jesus got haters. So look, and I'm not even a Christian guy, but that's just how it is. Like, yeah,
Right.
Even Jesus got haters, bro. Your mother got haters. Your family got haters. Everybody has haters. No one's perfect. And so you just
Right.
gotta.
No, yeah, but shit, y'all heard the man keep pushing. No matter what you're doing, this applies to, people that post on TikTok or shit. Even for myself, starting this podcast journey. Just be consistent, keep posting. You heard the man himself. And it's working. Shit, he
Yeah.
keep going up. But, because I know we running out of time, right? But
Hmm.
before I forget, and I just want to ask, do you have any upcoming projects that you want to promote or anything that you're working on you want to share with the people that way they can tap in and shit, check you out, show some love and shit?
Yeah. One. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I have an upcoming album called Totally Paradise. I got
Right.
so many people on the song. I got industry producers on it. I got a lot of. It's a beautiful. It's a beautiful project. It's called Totally Paradise. It'll be dropping the ending of March or the beginning of April, one or the other. Um,
Mhm.
I am in the middle of working on those songs right now, figuring out a track list. It's gonna be a experience. It's gonna make you want to cry. It's gonna make you want to get twerked on. It's gonna make you want to do the twerking. It's gonna make you want to goddamn.
Hey, who want to do the
not.
twerking? Hey,
I'm talking
yo,
about for
pause,
females. Talking
pause,
about for
pause,
females.
pause.
Talking
You
about for
got,
females.
love who you
Talking
love,
about
but
the
you gotta
lady.
elaborate. You gotta elaborate on that shit. Fuck you mean
Talking
all
about
you
men
start
getting
twerking?
twerked on and women doing the twerking. That's what I meant. Uh. But if you took it that way, you took it that way.
No, I was like,
But nah.
I had to like, pause you on that one. I was letting you rock, but then you started talking about 8, 9, 20. I was like, what the fuck?
Nah. It's
Like I said, love who you
yeah.
love, but
Yeah.
but
It makes you it's full of emotions. It's full of and yeah, it's full of like emotions. Like if y'all want to know more of that, you can just follow me on Instagram, DeShawn Richards, 1818. But yeah, it's gonna be great. Please be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna keep that shit updated, posted about like release dates and all that. I'm posting snippets as we speak. I'm actually about to post one after this. Yeah, it's gonna be a wild journey.
yeah, and you already know I'm about to tap into that shit, man. Fuck,
Yeah,
I'm be out there blazing this shit. You feel me?
yeah.
Yeah. But nah, bruh, I appreciate, you taking the time. I know we was a little bit short on time today because, both of us, we got schedules and shit. But
Yeah.
we definitely gonna have to spin back for a part two. And,
Hmm.
I'm in the process of moving and I believe I'm finna be getting a setup. So, if you're ever out this way in Arizona, man, and when I do get the setup, because, I like to think positive. So I'm not gonna be like, I hope I get the setup. I know I'm about to get the setup, right? But you're
Yeah.
more than welcome to pull up and we could shoot in person and shit and chop it up again, man. Cause I appreciate you for taking the time. And to the audience, like I said, my last episode on that little fucking TED Talk that I gave y'all, excuse my list, it's getting better, but
Hmm.
nah, bro. Like I was telling people, bro, I was geeked as get the braces off. But then, it went from one thing to another. They give me the chance. I was like, oh fuck, man, this is some bullshit. Cause I'm out here sounding like a 2-year-old. But um no, I appreciate you for taking the time, man. Like,
Appreciate that.
genuinely.
Appreciate you.
And with that, that's the end of, this episode of the Sit Down Studio. Make sure to hit that sub button. But don't only show me love, show my boy DeShawn Richards some love, man.
Mhm.
Fuck, give it up for my boy, fuck DeShawn Richards, man. Appreciate y'all.